Understand, the more niche you get in your desire to reach a more narrow audience, the more expensive it gets. So if we're selling a broader audience, it costs a little bit less than it does if you narrow down and you want a very specific audience. So the interesting thing about how it's changed in the last couple of years from the national perspective is that there's this thing out there called real-time bidding. So if you've ever bid on something on eBay, you understand how that works. You put a dollar amount in of what you would pay for that item, and then another bid comes in, and whoever has the highest bid at that time wins the product. So it's very similar to that in the national field, where advertising agencies will use what they call agency trading desks and all sorts of private exchanges and marketplaces to bid on inventory that we put out there. So you might have McDonald's bidding, a certain amount of money, and General Motors bidding a certain amount, and depending on who gets that bid in the right place and matches our floor that we set, they'll win that inventory. So I would say there's a couple of other places that are really important to us to monetize on our local websites, and it's by the use of rich media. And rich media is basically anything beyond a static banner ad that has motion or video or something like that. We do what we call sliding billboards, which are kind of larger units that take over the top of the page, and then they contract. And the neat thing is you can set those by the number of different people that come to see your site every day. So, you might see that ad once only in that 24 hours, and if you come back to the site the next day, you can see that same ad again in the 24 hours. So we can put caps on the amount of times that user would see that highly impactful ad. So forms of rich media are videos and expandable banners and things like that. You can get a higher amount of advertising dollars on those different units. And another interesting thing that we see selling more often is what we call audience extension. So you can create a relationship with a network of sites around the country, and say sites like CNN or WebMD or marthastewart.com, and we can resell their inventory to the local marketplace. So for instance, in this market, the Cleveland marketplace, we can sell viewers on CNN ads. So that's probably, I think, one of the bigger things that we're working on right now is we contain this local marketplace and providing more inventory to sell to advertisers with varying degrees of needs, from behavioral targeting to channel targeting, like channel meaning lifestyle or family or parenting or something like that.